Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dortmund Exhibition Hall from the Screen to Speed Women's Arena. Alex Goldschmidt here to be your host and also your lead commentator for what is a very, very exciting event. Of course, the ADAC Sim Racing Expo celebrates its 10th anniversary here this year in October 2024. But it's not just me who's going to be taking you through the action, because I've got a partner in crime to my immediate right-hand side, the founder and CEO of ADAC Esports, the founder of Screen to Speed, where you can learn more about our pathway to participation by the links at the top of your screen. And let's welcome the legend herself, Steffi Bow. A very, very good afternoon, Steffi. We've had opportunities to chat over the last few days to get to know each other. We're both very much in the same spirit, as if to say, let's roll with it. And that's exactly what we're doing here at the Women's Arena. How fantastic is it to have Screen to Speed here in Dortmund?
Well, for sure it's an honor. This is exactly what we are trying to do, be able to have a lot of women to experience sim racing in real life event, and be in such an event like the ADAC Sim Racing Expo is just fantastic. So everybody's super excited.
Now, of course, Steffi, let's look back over a year ago. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Screen to Speed. And we have an inaugural winner in the form of Ireland's Saoirse Fitzpatrick, who is one of the 10 drivers that have been invited to come and compete. But more to the point, they're competing for a fantastic prize. A day of testing at the iconic 20-plus kilometre, more than 135 corner Nürburgring Nordschleife. This is absolutely fantastic, isn't it, for them to have this wonderful opportunity?
Yes, it is the sense of Screen to Speed. That's also what we are doing. Besides bringing girls from the digital world into in real life event, the winner of the in real life event is going to get having a chance to be in a real race car. In Las Vegas, in the inaugural one, we've had Saoirse Fitzpatrick to be able to be in a Porsche 911 Cup car directly into the racetrack that she play in it, and she raced in it and won the digital event. She got the chance to do it in real life. And here in Germany, we're about to do the same. We are making history, getting some girls, one of these 10 girls to be able to be on the real track.
Now, obviously, I want to talk about the esports and the Olympics, having this joint amalgamation. And we had a very, very frank, very open conversation that just like the standard Summer Olympics, we have men and female competing separately. And this is what Screen to Speed, of course, ADAC Esports and Sim for STEM, which is another platform that you also champion as well. What does it mean to have these women here? And you yourself have been competing against men all the way through your motocross career, winning world titles, national titles. Of course, for those that don't notice the accent, well, you should notice the accent. You're originally from Italy, now based with your wife over in the USA. What does it mean to have so many individuals here? Because if anyone knows about ADAC Esports, it's return on inclusion. I'm going to add another little Freudian slip here. Return on individuality, because we're all part of the human condition here, Steffi. We all have our path, but we all enjoy what we do.
Yes, absolutely. It's very important to be able to have the two categories, the women and the men category, because that's what I always done in other sports. But mostly for a male-dominated industry, I experienced the first place. Like when I used to be a racer, I raced with the women and I raced with the men. But there is not enough girls that take that steps. So the concept of Screen to Speed and also like Formula One Academy, for instance, it's about the opportunity to bring and create a community of athletes all together, and then from that, a driver to be able to go into all gender type of competition. So this is what we are here to demonstrate. The community is growing, so we just can't help but to continue to push it and have fun with it.
Well, folks, what we need to do is take you through the formats of the event here at the Women's Arena. So we are going to be using the Formula 4 2022 car on the iRacing platform. Each round each race will have a 10-minute qualifying session, then a 20-minute race. The combined race results of both races will see our winner here at the ADAC Sim Racing Expo for 2024. So qualifying has been completed. Steffi, I think it's time we go trackside, don't you?
Absolutely. But first, let's hear from the girls because they have a message.
Welcome to Screen to Speed Women's Arena at ADAC Sim Racing Expo in Dortmund, Germany. I'm Sean.
I'm Esmeralda.
I'm Nina. I'm Victoria.
I'm Saoirse.
And I'm Ingrid. And I'm here to win.
Fantastic. So I love this. I love to see the opportunity to see the girls, being seen, because if you can see her, you can be her. And here we go, green light.
So, Screen to Speed Sim Racing Expo 2024 is underway. Victoria Thompson put it on pole position, but Nina Hahn looking up the inside through the opening corner here on the opening lap. But it's the Pride of Ireland Prismatic Motorsport representative, Saoirse Fitzpatrick, the winner of the Screen to Speed Las Vegas event over a year ago, had the opportunity as a result. She took home $15,000 in cash and also got the opportunity to have a go in a Porsche 911 GT3. But Steffi, in this early throws, we've got some real hard challengers, but also we got two of Germany's very own. We've got Nina Hahn and Victoria Thompson. Thompson's now dropped to the bottom of the top three. Bemsterbauer from the Netherlands right with them. This is getting very feisty, very early doors indeed.
Absolutely, seeing the girls fighting this early in the race, it's amazing. And it's kind of like the nature of racing, though. Everybody wants to try to check out and go away from everybody. And but here it seems like everybody still stick together. So let's see what happens. I can't wait.
Still going to be running on cold brakes, cold tyres. It was a standing start like all single-seater competitions. But Esmeralda Bemsterbauer locks up the right front, going into RTL, and then completely goes straight on. Loses a little bit of time, but manages to get the car back, pointing on the right direction around this 5.15, 15-turn clockwise circuit. Nina Hahn closing in on countrywoman Victoria Thompson for second place through the Vidal Chicana. Now into Coca-Cola. Turn number 15, originally known as, Hyundai N. Of course, Hyundai N Motorsport have a presence here. They've got a stand here, one of 81 exhibitors. That's what we are here. We're not only an exhibitor, we're an activation as well. So if you are here, if you've got tickets and you're coming for the final day tomorrow, make sure, if you are a female, you want to get into sim racing, come over. Yesterday on Friday, we had over 80 sign-ups, which was absolutely wonderful. And I could see the glint in your eye, the smile on your face, Steffi, the amount of pictures you were taking on social media. It's wonderful. We even had to get like booster cushions for young girls, like 7 or 8, who wanted to get behind the wheel and have a go themselves, didn't they?
Absolutely. Having a women arena here, at the Sim Racing Expo, it's just like a return of inclusion. Like we wanted to open up the sport to more female. We are here to show it that it's possible. So super happy to see so many girls of every age, women, girls, to be here and try the Sims and have a blast with it.
So the battle continues onwards at the sharp end of the field. We've already completed 3 minutes of this 20-minute race. But Nina Hahn closing in on Victoria Thompson. Looks like there's been a problem for Romania's Ingrid Sirstea. Met that lovely young lady when she came in to pick up her weekend pass. And the first thing I'd like to do is try and get people's surnames right. And I said, is this how you say your surname? She said, I'm so glad there's somebody out there that gives it a bit of an effort. And I was like saying, and then I showed her my pass and she went, I can understand why. but that's wonderful. I think it's, you could see that exuberance, that enjoyment, the adrenaline. As look at this battle here, Nina Hahn really putting the fight to Victoria Thompson. It's absolutely mega that these three are really going hammer and tongs. But Fitzpatrick has a lead of 0.6 of a second. And now look how close Nina Hahn is to Thompson in second position. Hahn dives to the outside into the opening corner. This is going to be very, very close, Steffi. I can't wait to see what happens over the next 16 minutes. It's going to be an absolute barnstormer.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, like seeing Saoirse in the lead, it's amazing because she's not new to this position. You know, she won in Las Vegas, so seeing her back on the top again, you know, it's very confident booster for her. But the other two competitors, Victoria and Nina, that they have the homecoming advantage because they're all from Germany. Seeing them like on her tail, like it's gonna be interesting. Let's see how it turns out, but super exciting. Watching women racing like this, battling, you know, in a very good way. It's just so cool.
Exactly, and we have to say a big thank you to our partners. We have to say a big thank you to the team stateside at iRacing, of course, In It Esports, which you're the CEO and founders. Fanatec. We cannot forget our friends at Fanatec. And we also have to say, obviously, the team behind the scenes here, of course, me being one of them, Southwest Vision, the promoters and organisers of the ADAC Sim Racing Expo. But we're now riding on board with Nina Hahn from Olympus Esports, one of the teammates of Thomas Cope, one of the 8 different race winners so far in the Digital GT 500, which takes place tomorrow afternoon and effectively closes the racing action on Sims for 2024. But again, Nina Hahn, just another one of the great characters. Of course, we've got Sharon, the singer, Fry, of course, who not only races but sings whilst she does. And it's lovely to have all these wonderful different characteristics for these drivers. Of course, Nina Hahn, who's fast, she's passionate, she's got a reputation for commitment and excellence, and we're seeing it right now because at the moment, well, that was Lisa Trost, the Austrian driver, last-minute replacement for Lara Luft. Unfortunately, Lara got stuck in traffic. A real shame, but it is. She has said she will be here, so that's what matters. Obviously, if there is a spare sim rig, we can definitely shoehorn her in for race 2, can't we, Steffi?
Yes, maybe we can see, like, she showed up in time and we can maybe get her to be on the broadcast for a couple of words.
Yes, indeed. I did give her a bit of a fright and a surprise when I said, I'm going to be commentating on the women's arena. She said, please be kind to me. I said, don't worry, I got your back on this one. You know, I think that's a good thing. I mean, I've got to know Laura personally as a friend, and I think it's when you have people that make a difference. And when I say about return on individuality, folks, what I mean is it doesn't matter about skin color. It doesn't matter what country you're from, who you are, I mean, obviously we have the LGBTQ plus community, of course, which you're a part of. You're a good lady I've met as well, your wife, wonderful wife. Of course, we do have trans sim racing drivers, of course, one of the most predominant people in real life racing and also sim racing, Charlie Martin, trans driver. And I still remember her talking about the time when she went back into the community, having gone through transition, and her hill climb friends accepted her for who she is. So, folks, never judge a book by its cover. Always read the pages. But look at this battle here. Again, now this is going to be for the race lead. They've got a back marker up in front. Now, Thompson looking to the inside of Saoirse Fitzpatrick into the first corner. She's going to be late on the brakes. Thompson gets through, and that is the race lead. Fitzpatrick drops to second.
So we're having a change on the lead right now. So again, this race cannot get any better, I don't think. Oh, but what's happening? Oh, that's the back market. They just moved out of the way as they should. And but the race is super, very hot, I would say, right
very
now.
Muy caliente, very spicy, is so to speak. But I think that was Lisa Trost that would have been shown the blue flag by the iRacing server. But Fitzpatrick is now putting the pressure on Victoria Thompson. And as you know, through your lengthy and extensive motocross career, that you know that sometimes, yes, you want to be in the lead, you want to control proceedings, but also it's nice when you have to chase someone down for that win.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes being second, like gives you all of the opportunity to see, what the person in front is doing, and therefore with strategies, figure it out which one is the best place to pass it. If you are in the front, the only thing you care is like to stay in the front. So sometimes be second for a few laps, they actually give you an opportunity to be first at the end.
Well, we're getting close to the halfway points of this race. 9.5 minutes completed, and now through Hudson-Bach Borgen, Shorsha Fitzpatrick closing in on Germany's Victoria Thompson into the Vidal Chicana. So another lap soon to be completed, and Thompson holding on. Fitzpatrick in second, Nina Hahn rounding out the top three, covered by less than 7/10.
This is fantastic. What we were saying before, screen to speed is open to all women. We really do a lot of competition online, so you can find us, like even on iRacing, a great sponsor for us. You can go on iRacing and see the screen to speed logo and then participate. Just sign up and be part of the community. So it's very cool. We are all very welcoming, and we cannot wait to continue to grow the women's side of the sport.
That's what I love to hear. Passion, enthusiasm, and you being a trailblazer in your own right, Steffi. That just goes to show it only needs the impetus and the motivation of one person to say, if I can do it, so can you.
But most importantly is also if you can see her, you can be her. So we are really thankful for Twitch to be able to give us an opportunity to have this showing to the entire Twitch demographic and see the girls are here, the girls are racing, and let's go.
Yeah, andiamo, let's go, as we would say in your native language, or los geht's Vollgas here in Deutschland. So, still with 9 minutes to go, Thompson has a lead. It's now 0.8 of a second ahead of Shorsha Fitzpatrick. Nina Hahn rounding out the top three.
I wonder if it is tires right now, because in sim racing, just like in real racing, what happens a lot of the time, you need to pay attention to your tires because they get consumed,
Yes.
and therefore they lose grip. So like right now, we are basically in the middle of the race, so they went through a little bit of their tires. So I wonder if that's why they're distancing themselves a little bit more one from another.
You also have to look at the cooling aspects of the single seat of the Formula 4 car, because in comparison with, say, a domestic road-going vehicle or, like, say, a GT3, you'd normally see the radiator scoops at the front just behind the splitter. On a single-seater, you've got the airbox just above the, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Basically, the halo over the top of the driver's heads. So you've got the airbox channel there. You've also got in between where you've got the multi-link suspension, the pull rod suspension on the front of the cars. You'll also have the air channels that go in directly into the radiators and feed cool air into these 1.6 litre 4-cylinder inline turbocharged engines. But these women are putting on one hell of a show. But like you say, tyre degradation you have to take into consideration. You also have to take into consideration oil temperature, water temperature, tyre temps, and especially if the tyres are not in that window of operation where you're going to see, these drivers will have heads-up displays through the iRacing service, and obviously you're not only doing it for sim racing but also Moto X sim racing as well, which is really, really cool. So both 4 and 2 and 4 wheels, a bit like when John Surtees is the only man in history to win a world championship in what was back in those days as MotoGP, and then in Formula 1 back in the 60s. A man who I had the pleasure to meet, a wonderful character, but it's so cool to see. But look at how close Fitzpatrick, she's getting that little bit closer. I think the tyres have really started to come back into that window of operation. So maybe Shorsha was pushing a little bit too hard early in the first half of the race here.
Yes, it's possible. Everybody is doing their best, and I'm actually very impressed. It's the first time that we have a Victoria in a real life show, and but she just qualified for Team Germany to be able to go to the Global Sport Games this December. So she's showing here with gun blazing, and ready to take battle for sure.
She's leaving no stone unturned, but Fitzpatrick trying to close on in at this moment in time. Nina Hahn is about a second behind, but Fitzpatrick dives to the inside of the first corner at Castrol. Now into the double left here at the Mercedes Arena. A very, very quick change in momentum. So turning right, going left, then left again, back into a right at turn number 4. And then you've got this nice little run downhill. And then it's a quick cambered left-hand corner here at turn 5 before the right at 6 at Ford brings you to the Dunlop hairpin at turn 7. A great complex of corners, a real true test for these drivers, Steffi.
Yes, 100%. And with about 6.5 minutes left, 5.5 minutes left, just can't wait what is going to happen because they're all very close. This is the critical part of the race where you have to manage, you need to understand where and when to strike, because when drivers are that close with each other, one little mistake is going to change the whole race. But that's racing, so I can't wait, to see what is going to happen. And those ladies are amazing. They are putting 100% in this.
Right, let's look at this. Fitzpatrick trying to do the crisscross here on Thompson for the race lead. Now they're going to go into the fastest part of the circuit. Fitzpatrick lining herself towards the outside of Hatzenbach-Borgen at over 200 kilometers an hour in 5th gear. Now Fitzpatrick has the inside line for the Vidal Chicana. Now is she going to get squeezed? She is. Oh my goodness, Thompson puts the blockers on her and through goes Nina Hahn. Nina Hahn through on Sjorstje Fitzpatrick into the Coca-Cola corner at turn number 15. Oh, this race has really gone up in intensity, Steffi. It's really going sidewall to sidewall, wheel to wheel here at the Nürburgring. But Fitzpatrick back at Hahn, down into T1, looking for the outside, might get the crossover here, might get the over-under. They've got a back marker in front, which looks to be Michielsen from the Netherlands. Oh, Thompson makes it through, but Hahn and Fitzpatrick, they're coming through the second part of the Mercedes AMG Arena. Fitzpatrick looking to the inside, Hahn trying to get the crossover, and Fitzpatrick retakes second. Great series of moves between the pair, great action here with still 3.5 minutes to go. Oh,
this is insane.
My goodness.
But you know what? We heard from them at the beginning of the show. They all want to win. So let's see who is going to be the winner at this first race. But remember, we have 2 races. So stay tuned because after this one, there is going to be the second one. And the combination of the 2 results is going to be the determining points to be able to get to the overall winner.
Yeah, so coming down to the final 3 minutes of the race, it is still not much to call, less than a second between Victoria Thompson, Sjorstje Fitzpatrick, and Nina Hahn. Fitzpatrick is the Irish 4-leaved clover stuck in the middle of a German bread sandwich at the minute. And more to the point, Fitzpatrick knows that strength can sometimes be by numbers, but when it's 10 drivers from respective European nations, also from the United Kingdom, it's more to the point that these drivers are going to put it all on the line. Now, Fitzpatrick starting to close in on Thompson for the race lead. Nina Hahn has really brought herself back into this race. Started to drop away a little bit, but we're going to have this and one more lap to go. So we're about to complete lap 10 out of 12 here, Steffi. It's game on.
Game on 100%, and the position to be in the middle of this sandwich is definitely not the right one to be, or it's more actually not the right one, but the most difficult one because you have to defend from the back and attack in the front. So,
well, I mean, look, Nina Hahn again using that overspeed through on the outside. Oh, she's close to Fitzpatrick. Oh, there's contact. Oh, Fitzpatrick spins. Oh, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. But as we both know, that's racing. It was so close. Back marker getting in the way. Thompson threads the eye of the needle. And as you know, you want to put a car between yourself and everybody else behind. And it was just unfortunate. The slightest touch, I think possibly racing incident. But you know what? Those girls have been doing an absolutely fantastic job. Well, what does this mean? Well, Victoria Thompson on home soil, on home field advantage, has a nearly 2.7 second lead And we got a minute and a quarter to go, Steffi. What a dramatic turnaround of events.
I can wait to hear the commentary on inside their headset because right now the emotion of these three is like off the roof for sure.
Yeah, so we are coming down to the final 55 seconds of this opening race of the Screen to Speed Sim Racing Expo 2024 edition, live just actually adjacent to the main stage, where we've got 23 hours of stage panels. We've got 81 exhibitors, including us here, with us being in activation. 23 nations represented, 26 world firsts, and of course, this is a world's first for us here at the Expo over its 10-year history. But very soon, we're going to see Victoria Thompson from Germany cross the line and start us on the last 5.15 kilometres. Steffi Thompson lost out the lead initially to Fitzpatrick, but you know what? She's controlled the race how she wants it to end.
Absolutely, and now we have two Germans in the top two positions. So definitely, the home being here at home, it helps a lot. Like to have the support of the entire crowd in the background here.
Indeed, of course, a lot of activity here at the Women's Arena, and I think I'm going to tell you a quick funny story. Got here Wednesday, met Steffi for the first time, met Yvonne, who I've known for years, and you said, well, I think you might be our commentator. Well, you know what? It is the case. I am here. It's a real pleasure to be alongside you and to also call the action with you, because it's so wonderful to have another insight whereby, I can look at it from your racing experience, and I can look at it from my experience having come through the world of karting, come into sim racing. But yeah, the lady of the moment, Victoria Thompson, the 394 from Germany, has done an epic job. Nina Hahn in second. Esmeralda Bemsterber, the first of the Dutch drivers that are racing in this field, ahead of Saoirse Fitzpatrick, of course. Sharon Fly, the singer from Germany. Just great to see so many wonderful characters, but we'll run out of superlatives ahead of race 2 if we keep on saying them about Victoria Thompson at the moment, Steffi.
I know it's going to be very interesting because, it's the combination of the two events, the two races that's going to determine the winner. So Victoria is set in a very good position. Nina second, can turn the table around, and if she gets first in the second race, she can win the overall. Then we're going to have Saoirse for sure that's going to come back for more because she's definitely not happy that we spin around. And then everybody else, so we'll see what's going to happen. Stay tuned because the race is exciting. And here we have our first winner.
Und jetzt hier bei dem ersten Rennen bei Screen to Speed hier in Dortmund. Gratulation von Deutschland. Der Nummer 394, Victoria Thompson, takes the win here. Looks like I could be doing a dual language interview if she wins this thing later on. But Victoria Thompson, it's a Germany 1-2. Nina Hahn takes second. Esmeralda Bemsterber from the Netherlands ahead of Saoirse Fitzpatrick. Right at the top 4. Sharon Fly will be 5th. Ahead of Saja Michielsen. Romania's Ingrid Sirsteia rounds out the top 7 ahead of Victoria Simmons, with Lisa Trost, the Austrian driver, who unfortunately was a last-minute substitute. As I said, Laura Luft has arrived in the meantime, so podium 3rd place in the 2023 ADAC 24 Hours of the Nürburgring Nordschleife with Adrenaline Motorsport. But Steffi, let's just have a quick roundup of that race. What a joy to see our girls racing tooth and nail, wheel to wheel, and it just goes to show how committed and how motivated they are.
Oh, everybody here just wants to win. We heard from them at the very beginning. They train hard. They are all friends, but once we are on the racetrack, we are here to bring home the gold. So I can't wait to see the second race. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's see the exciting continue to build.
As they say in the United States, ladies and gentlemen, don't touch that dial. Join us very shortly for Race 2 Live here from the Dortmund Exhibition Centre.
Welcome back.
And welcome to everyone watching on Twitch on Innit Esports. Thank you so much for your support. It's been, what is it, over 4.6 thousand people
Yes.
and climbing. And we've got a grid. Victoria Thompson, race 1 winner. She gets this. It's in the bag here. But we've got an interesting twist to the tail here, Steffi. If Nina Hahn wins, it goes to countback. You know what that means? Fastest lap between the two drivers, but we're underway.
And we are on. We are go. Green light. And let's see what is going to happen.
Yeah, Nina Hahn straight away diving up the inside of Victoria Thompson going into Castrol. Trying to get the crossover. Might make it stick. And, oh, she's brave. She's very brave. She's keeping it round the outside. Through into turn 3. Now into the right-hander here at turn 4. Steffi, Nina Hahn is gunning to win on home soil, but Thompson is going to do everything in her power to keep her at bay.
Well, Nina Hahn participated to a lot of the screen-to-speed competitions, so she is very well known in the community. So I know for a fact that she wants to bring this home and win it.
Yeah, and now she's in the slipstream. Down the hill they go. Oh, and a look at that move to the inside like Nigel Mansell back in 1991. The dummy on Senna, millimetres apart, side by side, but still Thompson keeps it at bay. That is incredible confidence from both drivers at Bimsterburn, and also, look at this, Lisa Trost, the Austrian driver. We are going to have a very special guest in this commentary box very, very shortly. Lisa Trost is now up to 4th place. Saoirse Fitzpatrick didn't have the best luck. Obviously, a little bit of contact between her and Nina Hahn in the opening race.
Yes, and I also think that there was a mistake made during qualifying for the second race. So she is, playing catch-up for sure. But of course, between Victoria and Nina, as I was saying earlier, Victoria is the person that is going to go to the Global Esport Game to represent Germany. And Nina and her fought to teeth and nails up until the end to be able to get that spot. So I feel like Nina wants revenge. So that's why here she's going for it.
Words eloquently spoken there, Steffi. But as you can see, the sunlight setting at the Nürburgring in the Eifel region of Germany, one of the most prestigious race circuits. It celebrates its 40th anniversary this year, just like we here at the Sim Racing Expo are celebrating our first decade. And of course, big news if you missed it, Sim Racing Expo becomes Sim.Expo in March of next year. Exciting times. We're heading to the Lone Star State. And more to the point, it is the case that these drivers are very much front and centre. They are the stars of our show right now. And just looking behind me, Steffi.
Yes.
The steely concentration on all their faces, absolutely awe-inspiring for anyone. I mean, we now go back on board on the Halo cam.
Yes,
with Nina Hahn from
Nina. Yeah, so we are right here with Nina, and she's right on the tail of Victoria, watching every move that she's making to try to find that spot to do the overtake.
Of course, like we had in race 1, tyres, degradation are going to play a part in this, but with the cooler temperatures, the drivers are going to be able to micromanage it a little bit more here in race 2, Steffi, and that's quite crucial. You want to be you want to have that little bit of finesse on throttle and brake manipulation. Also your steering inputs, and as they say, smooth is fast. Motocross is a bit rough and ready, as you very well know, but you have to look at it from a circuit application. But Nina Hahn is closing in on Victoria Thompson. If it comes down to one win apiece, that'll put them on 21 points. 12 for a win, 9 for second. But whoever gets the fastest lap out of these two drivers, that is the deal breaker. That decides who will go to the Nordschleife for a test day and who won't.
This is so exciting. Oh, she just locked up.
No.
Victoria just locked up. So but she still manages, and that was a missed opportunity for Nina. She was not just that close to be able to take advantage of it. But that indicates that the pressure is high. Everyone wants to win. as we saw earlier, you heard directly from them that they wanted to bring the win home.
Yeah, exactly. Home field advantage on home soil, a track that they will have raced thousands upon thousands of laps on the iRacing service. We're coming up to a quarter of the timer running out. 5 minutes soon to a lapse of 20 minutes. So Ingrid Sircia from Romania, she's just come out of the pits. Melanie Janda is in the pit lane, so might have had a little bit of a drama. But yes, as you said, the pressure is mighty on Victoria Thompson's shoulders at the moment.
And we also see Sirsha climbing up the ladder here. She's now fourth, and probably she's having Esmeralda in her sight. So that's also another very cool battle to pay attention to.
Yeah, the driver from Ireland, Sergio Fitzpatrick, running with Prismatic Motorsports, of course. Nina Hahn, one of the colleagues at Olympus Esports of Thomas Cope. Oh, Nina Hahn through
she's going for it.
She has got the fire in the belly right about now. She wants that win. She doesn't care, but it's going to be fair means. And through tries to go Nina Hahn, hard on the brakes into the Coca-Cola corner. She's got the tighter line, but Thompson's still able to carry the speed out of the final corner. Well, we have got a fight on our hands, and with the top four, Thompson, Hahn, Bimstaber and Fitzpatrick. Hahn now looking to the inside, into T1. Thompson with the overspeed, dives deep into the corner. Hahn with a crisscross, tries to get the over-under. But on this particular occasion, heading into the Mercedes arena, Nina Hahn is thwarted once again.
This is so exciting. Like, look at this close racing. This is women on the track. So women racing all around here, and so happy and proud of all these girls.
Exactly. Race 1 was brilliant. Race 2 has just taken that adrenaline fix of racing here at the Nürburgring to another level. And now, down the hill we go. Nina Hahn in the slipstream, in the wheel tracks of race 1 winner Victoria Thompson. The two Germans battling away over home soil. Into Dunlop we go, here at turn number 6. And now, I cannot believe this, Bimstaber is right with them. Now, you know what this means to me? 2's company, 3's the crowd here. Steffi is Hahn again, pulls to the right-hand side, heading into RCL.
This is amazing. Like, everything that is happening right now that you're experiencing on screen is giving also opportunity to Sirsha to catch up. So we're going to have an incredible race here with 4 drivers all together at the end of this. I can't wait.
Right, and that, mate. So what have I done now? I'm standing up. This is the moment to be standing up, because here we go again. Nina Hahn, and now Esmeralda looks up the inside into the Vidal chicane. And on that particular occasion, the Dutch driver unable to do things. But Cynthia Fitzpatrick is within a second of the Dutch driver. We're going to have a top 4 skirmish for the final race here at the Women's Arena for Screen to Speed here at the ADAC Sim Racing Expo 2024. And a big thank you to Fanatec, also the team Southwest Vision, and of course the company that you founded and you're the CEO of, and of course your lovely wife Rachel being the CTO at Edit Esports. It's great to see this all here in person.
Yes, Screen to Speed is for all women, and we are very, very proud to continue to expand the community and inspire, everybody that wants to get possibly into a real race car seat. Hey, a good way to start is right here, right now on Sim Racing.
So head to initesports.gg for your pathway. Make sure it's about you. We look at return on inclusion, and we also now look at return on individuality. Forget return on investment. You've got to invest. You've got to be true to yourself. Everyone's an individual. Everyone's part of the human condition. But this battle here, this top 3, we are 1 minute away, Steffi, from half time, and still I cannot think about who is going to win this race. But look at Nina. She's trying to position the car to the outside, trying to get the undercut here. Once again into RCL, braking at around 75 metres. She's got a really good run as they head through into pit cover here at turn 11, aggressively smacking the curbs. And now look at this, 5th gear. She jinks to the inside. Don't tell me on the fast spot of the circuit. Nina Hahn's going for it. Is she going to get the run into turns 13 and 14? Oh, she wants the pass and a lockout.
She's going to have to get the position back.
No, she's got a slowdown. She's got an automatic slowdown by cutting the chicane. And that's Thompson.
Oh, no! Esmeralda.
He spun it. Oh.
Amazing races. Oh.
You know what this means? Esmeralda is now going for the race lead. And at this point,
oh
dear, they both nearly come together. I think a little bit of sidewall rubbing between the pair and Esmeralda keeping it around the outside.
Oh my God.
Thompson's going to strive as well. I cannot believe it.
This is insanity. And now we are having Saoirse right on the tail of Esmeralda. So both of them are coming up for revenge right now. So it's crazy.
Okay, I'm going to give you a provisional points update. So Esmeralda Bimstebara from the Benelux region, currently on 20 points. Saoirse Fitzpatrick currently on 16 points. Victoria Thompson from Germany, currently running P3, level with Esmeralda. This could mean we're going to go down to the tiebreaker. We could get a tiebreaker here, but if Fitzpatrick takes the win, Thompson is going to be the winner of the event, because even with 12 points, Saoirse Fitzpatrick will only have 19. Victoria will have 20 to her credit. That's how close it can be in motorsport, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 8.5 minutes still to go. Steffi, you know what we should have brought with us? A defibrillator on standby just for the pair of us in case. Okay, right. Now, without further ado, we're going to bring a
special guest.
Yes, indeed.
Somebody that was supposed to be in one of these seats, and for traffic concern, she couldn't make it. But now she's here in real life. She's gonna take on and say a couple words about how important sprint to speed is and how important women in motorsport are.
Indeed, but the battle continues on at the front end of the field. So what we will do, she's going to take the same stance as me. So let me introduce a very good friend, fellow commentator, Laura Luft. Good to see you finally. A real shame you haven't been able to take part in it, but what does it mean to see this women's arena here in Dortmund?
Yeah, thanks first, Alex, for the introduction, and also for Steffi to give me the opportunity to actually be here on the track. It's really amazing. And yeah, I can only say what they have pulled together is just outstanding. To make it really work, and to have so many female racers. And I have to say, I saw the first race, and I just saw the timings. I'm like, these women are pretty fast. And now to see what's happening in that race, I hope to scream in. I'm like, get me up to speed, what was happening?
Well, we did have Victoria Thompson shoot from Munich Esports. She was leading, has an incident, gets taken out, and then all of a sudden, the script has been, all I'm going to say is myself and Steffi, I did just say to her we need a defibrillator on standby because the adrenaline, the beats per minute through our hearts is just absolutely soaring, but we've got a real battle on our hands because Saoirse Fitzpatrick finished 4th in race 1. If she wins this race, she's on 19 points. But the thing is, Esmeralda Bemsterbauer from the Benelux region has got 20. She was 3rd. So 8 points in race 1. She's leading. That's 12 points. And if it stays like it is at the moment, and it's not going to stay like that at the moment, because with just coming up to 6 minutes to go, well, Victoria Thompson has made a bit of a comeback here, Laura. She's battling with Saoirse Fitzpatrick over second, and this could be the deciding overtake. That means that somebody is going to get a test day at the Nürburgring Nordschleife. You've competed, and now it could be happening here. Very close, but I think Victoria decided not to chance it under braking and go a bit late, go a bit deep, and accidentally take out Saoirse.
It's quite tricky, so I just literally...
Oh, hang on. I think you've just...
Now it's off and on. It's a really tricky track, and also with these cars you have to be really precise actually on the braking, because we have no ABS and you lock up the tires quite easily. So it's important that you be smooth, and if you like close to each other like these three are right now, it's really a tricky decision where to overtake. There are some parts, of course, which is a good idea to go down into Goodyear corner, which we're approaching right now. That is the way where you can actually try to make a move on the inside line if you're really confident that you can make the braking point. But here as well, as you mentioned, she's really fast. And Fitzpatrick, we haven't seen it before. She's fighting and she's biting. So she wants to have the victory. Hopefully it's nails out for her today. Let's see.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Elbows out and well and truly sharpened, as we would say in the world of karting. And yes, Fitzpatrick is closing onto Bemsebur, heading into the RTL corner. Into the left-hander, then it's a bit cover, then one of my favourite parts of this circuit, Lara.
That's your favourite part?
No, the favourite part is the flat-out right-hander in towards the Vidal Chicana. I mean, the funny thing is, British circuits have names on corners, and now we're going wheels to wheel. Fitzpatrick towards the outside. Is she going to make it through? It's going to be close. She does. That was a brilliant move by Sister Fitzpatrick, and now Victoria Thompson. Oh, clashes in and gets shoved into the pit lane entry. Oh, dearest. It's definitely elbows out, sharpened, and watch out for my wheels because I might be going across you. That's exactly what we saw in the first race. We now have 4 minutes to go, Laura. Anything can happen in this second and deciding race here at the Women's Arena here in Dortmund.
It's incredible to see that, especially in the Vidal chicane. This is normally where this is the most trickiest part, to offset the car under braking, steering into on top of the heavy curbs coming up. So that was a pretty brave move, and hopefully she can make it stick until the end. But I don't want to keep the spot, so Steffi can just join in again. Thanks so much for letting me join this quickly. And it's really exciting to see the last minutes of the race. It's an incredible series, and what they pull together, it's amazing to see these women drive. Get it going.
Brilliant, thank you very much, Laura Luft. Took third place with Adrenaline Motorsport in the her class in the ADAC 2024 or 2022, 2023 ADAC 24 hours of the Nürburgring Nordschleife. But Steffi, you're back. Hang on, let's unmute you. There we go. You're back.
I'm back.
Wow.
I'm back. Yes,
We've got a race on our hands, and more to the point, that Saoirse Fitzpatrick has got the lead. And what does this mean? Victoria Thompson is just a couple of minutes away from taking this nice little opportunity of coming against 9 other female drivers here in the women's arena. But she's been put through the ringer, hasn't she? Like, she's been caught up in incidents. She nearly got shoved down the pit lane. Heavens to Betsy, my voice is still needed for the GT 500 tomorrow. But what can you say? It's been a fantastic showcase by our drivers here.
This is amazing. Like, see all these girls battle in this way on the track for an incredible prize to be able to be in a real race car. It's amazing. And on top of this, Saoirse right now, she's getting a revenge for a bad race in the last one. You know, she got to be spilled around. And now, you know, she's in the front, but it's not going to work out probably with the point, with Victoria bringing home the gold here. And the very cool part is that Victoria is from Germany, and we are super happy to have had our first screen-to-speed event in Germany, and have a German driver, you know, be the winner. I cannot play any better than that.
All I'm going to say now, we still got a minute and a half to go. So the next time they may cross the line will be the sign that we will be on the final lap. So more to the point, it's just a case of how things are going.
Yes.
So
all good. Like, Saoirse is still having about a second ahead of Esmeralda. Victoria's third. Nina, you know, is trying to catch up, but amazing racing all afternoon. We want to thank everybody that's been watching. Thank you for supporting women in motorsport and women in sim racing. It means the world to us. And if anybody out there is a woman that wanted to participate in this, just look up screentospeed.com. We have races, you know, throughout the year. You can sign up and be part of the community and have a blast.
You see, it's even now captivated one of our hosts, Luke Crane's in chest. Sorry, Luke. Don't worry, they can only see. I know, don't worry. Luke's a good guy as well. We've all got to gel and become a really, really good team. But the dying few seconds are really starting to bring it home, because I know for a fact, unfortunately, there'll be disappointment for 9, but elation for 1. We are very, very close.
Yeah,
And
we're
it is
gonna have
gonna be-
one more lap.
White flag is out. Here we go. It's pedal to the metal here at the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. First used in 1984. Clockwise, 15 turns, 5.15 kilometers. So that's about a shade over 3.6 miles if you use that kind of system from our viewers watching. Probably in the United Kingdom, but also our good friends stateside as well. So America, North America, Canada, maybe even our friends over in South America as well. Thank you for coming along and being part of it. So we are on the final lap, and more to the point here, Victoria is going to put possibly the final nail in the coffin if she can get past Esmeralda, because that will, without a shadow of a doubt, puts her on 21 points.
This
So
is
it's
amazing. This is the last lap. They are sweating palms. They're like so many emotion going through the head right now. It doesn't happen often, you know, the girls gets a chance to be able to be in a real car. So they're giving 100% to be able to make it happen. So a few more corners to go. Is gonna see who's gonna be the one.
Sisha Fitzpatrick, the pride of Ireland in the number 7, continues to lead the field into the RTL and pit cover for the final time. Here for the second race at the Women's Arena for Screen to Speed for 2024 here at the 10th anniversary of the ADAC Sim Racing Expo. What an adventure it's been for our female racers over the course of today. But it is coming down to the last few moments. Oh, Nina Hahn has really closed in. She's back, but it's only one more corner to go. Sisha Fitzpatrick from Ireland, the Screen to Speed Las Vegas winner, comes out of the final corner, will take the win, but it's going to be the run to the line. Second is going to be Esmeralda Beemsterberg, and by my provisional calculations, it's Germany's Victoria Thompson that is victorious on home soil. Won the first race,
Amazing.
P3 in race 2, and that provisionally puts her on with a total.
Yes. We're gonna get Victoria on screen for a minute.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for a moment, but there you see the sunlight in the background. Exactly. I can see the emotion on Sisha Fitzpatrick's face at that point. Right.
Hi.
So let's introduce. Congratulations on home soil, Victoria Thompson. Congratulations, well done.
Thanks.
You must, well, if you can see how much this means, I mean, firstly, I think I came into contact through, you contacted us here at the organisers and said, we want to be a part of this, but to now be on home turf at a circuit you know very well, of course, proudly representing Munich and Bavaria through Munich Esports. What does this mean for you to win this competition?
First of all, I really need to say I'm sorry for the contact to the ladies. It was a great race, but I'm done. I never thought about it because iRacing is not my main competition. So I'm coming from ACC. So this was pretty much the first F4 race I ever did. So I'm quite happy. Thanks.
And now you get to go from screen to speed, a test day of the Nordschleife, the most iconic circuit in the globe in the Eifel regions. I bet you can't wait.
No, and I can't believe it until I sit somewhere in a race car or something that looks like it. I can't wait. I'm still...
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming to talk to me. Congratulations and well done for being our Women's Arena Screen to Speed winner here on home soil in Germany. Well done.
Thank you for the invitation and the organization.
Brilliant. A big thank you to Victoria, therefore. What a fantastic job that it has been. So fantastic from my perspective. You know what we're going to do? We're going to close out. Let's bring Steffi back in.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. very appreciate all of you, and we're gonna continue this. Stay tuned. Follow Inity Sports on Twitch. We're gonna make more racing happening. So thank you so much. Thank you to all the sponsors, iRacing, Fanatec, everybody that is always involved, all the team behind. Thank you.
So don't forget, head to initesports.gg to learn more about our pathway to participation. Goodbye from Dortmund. See you next time.